That's all right, it's just false.
Want to wait a second for, John?
Yeah, he may not be.
Yeah, you said that at the last meeting.
All right, so, yeah, wait, it's Tom.
I think so, right.
It's
I don't recall. I think he did.
You want to be traveling, I think.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You didn't take my kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to my son, walked in, but I didn't.
This is chapter 6. Like a dinosaur.
You're really gonna break down and get,
Might as well. I think I'm entitled to a new phone.
Don't call me and ask me.
No, I'm not asking you for help.
My IQ only lasts 10 minutes at a time.
That's all right, I could, thank God my son was home this weekend, I was able to assemble a grill. Then I looked at the instructions, you know, and it was,
They asked me to do more things on your phone now.
New phone, yeah. I ordered a new phone because my battery's going, and you can't replace the battery, but it's $190, I can buy a new phone. So, they tell you now, they give you a slip of paper inside.
He good though.
It's not bad. There you go.
I know, now we really got it, now we really got the votes.
How we doing?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Calling the meeting of November the 21st, 2017 of the Cerebral Board of Adjustment. Will everyone please stand for a salute to the flag? I pledge
With allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Notice of this meeting has been satisfied in accordance with Chapter 231 PL 1975 by advertising in the Home News Tribune, notifying the Sentinel Publishing Company and the Star Ledger, posting on the bulletin board and filing with the Borough Clerk. Roll call.
Mr. Green?
Here.
Mr. Kaczynski?
Here.
Mr. Kreismer?
Here.
Mr. Corrigan?
Here.
Mr. Henry?
Here. Okay, the first application is 16-13, which is the temple at 717 Washington Road.
Mr. Chairman, I did receive a letter this afternoon from Jeffrey Kantowitz, who is the attorney for Bhaktanidi. And let me just read this into the record. Dear Mr. Sachs, we represent Bhaktanidi Inc. in the captioned matter. Because of an insurmountable conflict in scheduling resulting in my unavailability, we hereby request that the public hearing in front of the Sayreville Zoning Board of Adjustment on this matter, scheduled to resume tonight, November 21, be adjourned to the board's meeting in January 2018, which we understand will be on the fourth Wednesday of the month, Wednesday, January 24, 2018 at 7:30 p.m. at the Sayreville Council Chambers, 167 Main Street. Further, we request that you advise the board and the public of this adjournment and that no further public notice need or will be provided. As well, this letter will serve as the applicant's consent to extend to the end of January 2018, the time within which the zoning board must make a decision on this application. Thank you for your courtesy, it's very truly yours. All right, so essentially, they're requesting that it be carried to January 24th, 2018, without any further notice, and that they've consented to an extension of the mandatory date. I will indicate to the board that we can comply with this, but if for some reason this is not heard on January 24th, I think it would be advisable to have a new notice at that point. All right, but I don't have any problem with carrying it. So if anyone is here this evening for the application of Sri Bhaktanidi, 717 Washington Road, this will not be heard this evening. It will be heard at the January 24th, 2018 Zoning Board of Adjustment meeting at 7:30 p.m. and will not receive any further notice.
Okay. Okay, that takes care of the temple application. The next application to be heard tonight is 17-24. Ronaldo V. Alameda of 34 Gardner Place.
Mr. Chairman, I found an opportunity to review the affidavit of service and proof of publication, and the board does have jurisdiction to this application. Will this be a motion to deem it complete?
So moved.
Second.
All right, Mr. Almeida, please raise your right hand, I'll swear you in. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, please state your name, spelling your last name and address for the record.
First name is Ronaldo. Last name is D. Almeida. D-E-A-L-M-E-I-D-A. I live on 34 Gardner Place in Farley.
Okay, thank you.
08859.
All right.
Could you see if that mic is on? Could you talk into that mic?
Hello.
Just talk into it.
Hello.
That's better.
Okay.
Would you tell the board exactly what you want to do in reference to this application?
Yes. What I want to do is, my fence along, Stevenson Street, for more privacy and, safe, for my kids, play in the backyard. Because now it's pretty much, I got that little fence. It's kind of pretty much open, so. And I went to apply and, I think, 10 feet is too much. That's why I applied for variance, to see if I can get, close to my property line.
Do you have a fence up at the present time?
Yeah, those chain fence, 4 feet, about 4 feet high.
The 4-foot-high chain link fence?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to change it from a 4-foot
To 6 foot.
to a 6-foot
Yeah,
vinyl fence?
vinyl fence. Yeah,
This is his. And Mr. Almeida, you're on a corner lot, right?
on the corner lot.
Okay.
Anyone have any questions?
I just have a quick question. The fence is gonna go all the way around your backyard? Or are you just gonna do the one side, or?
Yeah, I just want to do one side and, a little bit in the front of the house, just, to close in on the front of the house.
Where it currently is now?
Yeah,
I see. But now the back part of your lot, are you gonna put a fence up there or no?
eventually, but,
Because I know there would be 2 fences, the one, your neighbors and yours. and I was
Neighbors, yeah.
Just wondering what would happen with the gap that would be there.
because that won't be done right now, so, I
Okay.
just want to do the front because I worry more about the kids, play in the backyard, so, to me, it's not that safe, so for them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, maybe Jay can answer this. There appears to be an existing fence shown also on the drawing.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, my understanding is the existing chain link fence that's shown on the survey actually is off his property into the right-of-way of Stevenson Street. So as part of this application, he's going to put the new fence up, but he's going to relocate it so it's actually 2 feet onto his property. So that's going to actually improve the encroachment into the site triangle. There's a very small encroachment with the new fence, but it's less than exists than with the current fence that's out there.
Well, it looks like it might be 3 or 4 feet, right?
It's approximately, I think, based on the survey, it's 3.8 feet to the
3.8.
property line plus another 2. So he's moving it almost 6 feet.
Okay. Thank you, I just wanted to confirm that I saw it properly.
Anyone else have any questions? If there's no further questions, I want to open this to the public. Anyone from the public wish to speak on this application? Anyone from the public wish to speak on this application?
Move the public portion be closed.
Public portion is closed. What's the board's pleasure regarding this application?
Mr. Chairman, I move that the application be granted as stated.
Have a second? Roll call.
Mr. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski?
Yes.
Mr. Kreisman?
Yes.
Ms. Catala? Oh, I'm sorry.
He's here.
Mr. Corrigan?
Yes.
Mr. Henry?
Yes.
Joan?
She walked in during the application, so, just for the record, though, Ms. Cataldo is here. But
Yes.
I don't believe heard the entire application, so.
No, I didn't.
She cannot vote on this one, but
Okay.
we'll get her on the next two.
Okay, your application has been approved. It will be memorialized at our next meeting, after which you can go to the construction office and get the proper permits and paperwork and proceed from there.
Okay, appreciate it, thank you.
Okay. Okay, the next application will be 17-26. Mary Ann, I'm terrible with spelling, so I'll just say 37 Pulaski Avenue.
Mr. Chairman, I have also had an opportunity to review the affidavit of publication proof of service. The board does have jurisdiction for the application this evening. We need a motion to deem it complete.
So moved.
Seconded.
Ma'am, you going to be testifying? Yes. All right, please raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, please state your name, spelling your last name and address for the record.
Mary Ann Sandra Osick, O-W-S-I-K, 37 Pulaski Avenue, Central New Jersey, 08872.
Okay, thank you.
Could you use the microphone, please? Please, can you use the microphone?
Oh,
Thank you.
hello?
Okay.
Say it again? No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I did already.
Oh, okay. Would you explain to the board exactly what you want to do in reference to your application?
I want to put up a two-car garage with a workshop.
Ms. Ostick, I just have a quick question for you.
Okay,
The height of the garage is 21 feet or 18 feet?
21.
21? Okay, so there's a discrepancy, I guess, on the survey, right?
It was changed, I don't know, can Mr. Mazzaros, he's the one that filled everything out?
Is he your builder?
Yes, I guess Paul is my
Okay,
builder.
okay, all right. All right, so it's going to be 21, not 18?
21, yeah.
Okay,
And then
fine.
in the newspaper, we had it changed to 21.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, thank you.
Because I think he talked to somebody, and they said just change it and put it in.
All right. Mr. Chairman,
was that
while I have the floor, if I can just ask a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Yes, correct.
What is the intent of this garage? What's it going to be used for?
For cars. I
To
have-
to store vehicles?
Yes,
All right, so, all right, and is it going to be used for any commercial purposes?
no,
Is it going to have any plumbing?
no,
Is it going to have electric?
yes,
Okay. All right, so no plumbing, will have electric, no commercial purposes, and it's for the storage of motor vehicles? Okay.
yes.
And why do you need it to be 21 feet?
Because my son has a truck, and like when he works on it, he says he's got to lift it up or something, the lift. He knows more about that than I do.
You want to have your contractor come
Yes,
up and we
please.
can swear him in? Sir, please raise your right hand, I'll swear you in. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, please state your name, spelling your last name, and professional affiliation for the record.
Alan S. Mazzaros,
You want to spell that for me?
M-E-S-Z-A-R-O-S.
Okay, and you're affiliated with whom, Mr. Mazzaros?
Mary Ann, we've been together for the last 20 years.
Oh, okay, I thought you said you were the contractor. I'm sorry, okay. Gotcha, never mind. I thought you
That's
said you
fine.
were the contractor. All right,
I am.
all right, okay, all right. So anyway, my question was why you needed it to be 21 feet.
Well, her son, my stepson, has one truck, and the truck is almost 20 feet long. And he's been working outside on the truck, and now he'd like to have it inside to work on. And basically, to fit it in the garage and to walk around the truck, it has to be longer than the 20 feet. The standard garage is too small.
All right, but the question is, the height is 21
Oh, the
feet.
height.
Yeah, the
Oh,
height.
Oh, the height, well, that was for, the roof is pitched, so instead of losing the attic space, I'm gonna have roof trusses with a little walkway so you can store stuff up there, that's all, instead of
Right, so
having empty space.
All right, so there's gonna be a storage area up in the attic.
Maybe 10 foot wide by maybe whatever the length of the building is 40 feet.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody from the board wish to question the applicant?
I just have one question here. You said it's 40 foot long or 30 foot long?
It's 30 foot by 40 foot. 30 foot deep, 40 foot wide.
Okay, that's what I have here, okay.
Any other questions?
Well, I guess one
That
other question,
seems-
what, oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
Why do you need it so big?
It's for two cars, and then space on the other side for a little work area like a workbench and, you know, for the snow blower and everything else that belongs there.
Normally, I would say that cars take up like 10 feet. I know that's what a parking spot is, 9 feet wide.
Right.
So 10, 10, 20, so you got 20 more feet for a workbench or
The work area, yeah.
work area?
And storage.
And storage, a snow blower, lawnmower, ladders, you know, workbench.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, that, just like Mr. Henry, that seems a little bit big for me for a garage. Is there any way you can cut that down, still be feasible for you?
Yeah, we could make it small, I mean, not depth-wise is 30 feet, you know.
Right, it's
Was-
mostly the 40 feet. 'Cause it seems like it's almost a four-car garage, which is rather large. It's almost as large as your house. And-
Oh, well, I'd be open, I just, like I say, the space was there for the workbench, the toolboxes, and he's got a lot of tools and everything else, you know, and he's a big guy. You know, he's got two cars that he's got another third car that he has too.
How many garage doors are you gonna have on this garage?
Two-car garage.
All right, so it's gonna be two
Yeah,
garage doors.
And only two cars in the garage.
All right, so, and I guess if the truck goes in, one of the cars will be out, right?
Basically, just
Okay,
about.
all right.
You know, when you open the car door,
All right.
you know, you're going wide.
Right.
He's got like a Ford 350, it's a car, a
Yeah.
truck.
No,
So
it's
a real big
it's
thing.
big,
It's
but
got
it's,
those
you
big
know, that's
tires on- yeah.
not,
I'm
not,
tall, and I have a hard time trying to get in.
it's not an uncommon vehicle that most people, other people do park in their garages. I mean, Mr. Kaczynski has made a recommendation to maybe reduce the width of the garage. I think the depth is probably okay at 30 feet,
Okay.
but I guess something less than 40 feet would probably be more palatable.
Do you think you could live with 30 by 30?
30 by 30?
Yeah,
Sure. Yes.
okay. Because we have to be concerned with how it fits into the neighborhood, and
Goes high if it's 30.
we see this a lot, and a garage that is just about as big as a house is not good for a neighborhood.
Oh,
in our
I agree.
opinion.
You know, that's, I mean, you know, 30 foot would be fine. You know, the more space would have been better for him. You know, he likes to have the space. You know, he gets more tools every time I turn around. He's got a toolbox coming. You know, but 30 foot would be fine, 30 by 30.
And I'm assuming the garage exterior will match the house? They'll try to match it? as
No,
best-
because the house is brick.
The house is brick, okay, so I guess you're not gonna match it,
It'll-
okay,
it-
never mind.
It'll be, you know, vinyl siding.
Vinyl, that's fine, that's
Yeah,
fine,
with the ash, you know, regular shingle roof to match the roof that's there.
that's fine.
Yeah, it'll match.
Mr. Chairman, I have a question. Are you gonna have a door in the front also?
A regular door, yeah, an access
Storage
door,
area.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there'll be a regular 32-inch door, and then the two
And a
garage
two-door.
doors.
Another question. Now, you're saying that he works on cars or his truck?
No.
Just his truck or?
Just his truck. He doesn't do anything for a living, like,
Oh, he
not
doesn't
any
work on other
commercial
cars,
thing, just his
okay.
truck. He does all the work, all the work on his car, his truck, and everything else. He doesn't take it to the auto dealers.
Okay, so no one else would be bringing their car in to get
No,
fixed?
no, he's never had anybody over working on anybody else's car, no.
Any other questions?
Want me to do the variances?
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, the variances, in the zone, we allow 150 square feet. We're proposing 1,200 now. It's going to be 30 by 30, so it'll be 900 square feet. Accessory structure, 15 feet high. They're proposing 21 feet. The building coverage in the R7 is 20% maximum. They're asking, with the impervious coverage of the garage and the driveway, 38, and the house.
It's gonna go down 25%, right?
And then that'll go down
25%?
40%.
Actually, it'll decrease by 25%? If we go from 1,200 square feet to 900?
Yeah, so it'll be,
Okay. All right, that's all right.
and then the accessory structure, 45% is the max for the impervious coverage. That'll also go down from 55 by 25%, so that'll be about,
Mr. Mazaris, which side are you gonna take the 10 feet off of? The side by,
If you're looking at the drawing, it'd be the door side.
the
door
left side? Okay, so that variance is still gonna apply then? Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
The 5 foot will still stay on.
Yeah, I understand, okay.
On the right side. That's the side he that's the side of the
side
drive.
of the
That's the side of the driveway, so he'll drive right into the garage.
All right,
The left side will be taken off.
thank you.
Any other questions? Want to open this application up to the public. Does anyone from the public wish to speak on this application at 37 Pulaski Avenue? Anyone from the public wish to speak on this application, 37 Pulaski Avenue?
Move the public portion be closed.
Public portion is closed. What is the pleasure of this board on this application?
Make motion, we approve it with the changes that were made.
Second the motion.
Roll call?
Mr. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski?
Yes.
Mr. Kreismer?
Yes.
Ms. Cataldo?
Yes.
Mr. Corrigan?
Yes.
Mr. Henry?
Yes.
Okay, the application's been approved with the conditions that we discussed, and it'll be memorialized at next meeting. You don't have to be here for that meeting, and after that meeting next month, which is December 13th, I believe, you can get the permits and the paperwork done at the construction office.
Okay. Thank you. Thank the board members and have a nice holiday.
You too. All right.
So I can't open this up.
We're going to go into January. Scheduling by the lawyer.
Okay, the next application is 17-32, Louis Alvarado of 50 Bamehurst Avenue.
They just want somebody to make a mistake so they can make some money.
Name is familiar.
The mean they people.
Sir, please raise your right hand, I'll swear you. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, please state your name, spelling your last name and address for the record.
Okay, my name is Luis Alvarado. Last name Alvarado is Alvarado. My address 50 Baumhurst Avenue in Centerville, New Jersey.
And Mr. Alvarado, before you proceed, I just want to indicate to the board, I reviewed the affidavit of publication, proof of service. We need a motion to deem the application complete.
So moved.
Second.
Would you tell us exactly what you want to do in reference to the application?
Okay, I'm trying to build 1 bedroom and plus a living room. So it's a new addition in front of the house.
Yeah.
You're proposing a bedroom and what else?
Like a family room.
Is this above the porch?
That will be next to the porch. On top, the porch will be another new addition that will break the porch
and then on top of the porch, I'm going to extend that 16. I have another bedroom there, so I'm going to make it longer. So I will be making the
Mr. Chairman, if I might,
Yes.
this a photograph of?
Yes.
So this porch area,
yes,
you're demolishing that?
Yes.
Rebuilding it?
Rebuilding.
Second story?
to a second story where it like a V shape. That's a bedroom right now, so I'm going to make it longer because the bedrooms are very narrow. Yeah, I have my granddaughter that's living there, plus my grandson that's married, so I need a space.
Are you going any closer to the street with the addition?
No, right now, I'm just doing it where the addition right there, where the porch is.
Porch is.
Yes, and then the other addition next to the porch is the other addition that I'm making, so it will be uniform with the porch.
You have the blueprints?
Yes.
Why don't you
Okay.
pass them up here?
Jay, does this part exist? on
Yeah.
the-
If I understand what he's doing.
That's probably what's coming forward, I think.
I have another one.
What are the variances?
It's just front yard, 17 by 17 addition. Front yard setback has to be 20, and he's proposing 10.
Mr. Chairman, I think that the survey that was provided doesn't show the proposed work that's gonna be done. What he's basically doing is where the porch is, he's extending it across the front of the property and tying into the addition on the side of the
On the
house.
back, on the left side?
Kind of
Yes,
an
make it,
L-shaped
yeah, the
addition.
porch, because the porch is already grandfather porch there, so I'm going, just make it new, so it can, sustain the second floor.
Because on this plan here, it doesn't show.
I know, that's the survey that every time I ask, that's the only survey that was, I gave, they gave me.
Pass this down.
Any questions of this applicant from the board?
I still don't understand what he's doing yet, but
Squaring off.
He's squaring off the house,
Yeah, make it square.
so in other words, he's gonna redo the porch area and he's gonna square out the house over.
is the porch gonna stay there as is? And he's just gonna extend over
It,
the side?
it will be a new porch. I had to demolish the porch to make a new one because I don't know if I can put a second floor on the porch. It will sustain the weight or not because that porch been there for
This
years.
is gonna be a two-story, he's gonna tie into this with a two-story. So this will be two-story wrapped around. So where that car's parked is where the proposed addition's gonna go.
So the top on the side too, Jay, will they be tying into that where that top window is as well?
Where your family room is that going up also?
No,
Okay.
no,
So
that
you're
one
gonna match
stays.
into that.
Yes.
So is the existing, or the new actual building, not the porch, gonna come all the way out to where the front of the porch is now?
The new addition that I'm going, yes, it will be to the front of the porch. It will make
So that's,
uniform.
right, so where the front of the porch is now, you're gonna have a first floor and a second floor.
Yes.
And then you're gonna put a new porch in front of that.
No, the porch that is all there. The old porch, I'm going to make it new. Demolish the old one, make a new one, and then build on top of that one.
So the front of the porch won't be any closer to the street than it is
No,
now?
no, it will be at the same distance that is right now.
That's what's important, okay.
Yes.
That's fine, yeah, that's fine.
Mr. Alvarado, just so the record's clear, describe for me the existing house. How many bedrooms do you have there now?
I got 3 bedrooms.
There's 3 bedrooms. How many bathrooms?
Got 1.5,
1.5 baths. You have a kitchen, obviously.
yes.
You have a living room.
A living room,
You have a dining room.
a small dining room.
Okay, and do you have any other rooms? Family
I
room?
have the basement.
All right, that's fine, all right. And the new house, how many bedrooms?
It will be 1 bedroom,
All right, so you'll have 4 bedrooms now.
4 bedrooms, yes.
And how many bathrooms total?
The same one.
Same number of bathrooms, just 1 kitchen, living room and dining room. So all you're doing really is you're adding another bedroom is what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Any other questions?
And the front of the porch is gonna be where the front of the porch is now?
Yes.
Yes.
Jay, do we need, or anybody, do we need a survey marked up?
Larry crossed something off here to show what the addition was.
But you know, can we hold on to this?
Sure.
All right, because I think, Jay, I think one of the exhibits did show it on here.
Yes.
Let me just reference it for the record. I think it was. Yeah, the second page of the plans of Raymond E. Booz, architect, shows the actual site plan, and it shows where the area of the improvement will be. So, and the date on this is September 27, 2017. Okay. I'm gonna hold on to this for now.
Yeah, I just want to see.
I'll reference that in the resolution.
This is the street. Yep. See, this is what he's doing. This is the bedroom over here. So he's gonna take this out and then put this in,
Square it
and
out.
then put the porch back.
Now, is the existing porch, is that a porch or now, or is that gonna be like a room in the future?
No, it will be a porch always.
Oh, okay.
Always gonna be a porch. That's,
It's gonna be exactly the same as it is now.
it will be the same, yes. Yes, only I'm just gonna make a new because like I said, I don't know how old the wood it is. All right, I don't know if it will hold the new extension they are going to do on the room, if that way we hold it or not.
Ken, you wanna see this? Thank you.
Any other questions of this board?
Did we go over the variances, or?
If he's squaring it to 17 by 17 feet, front yard setback is 20 in the zone, he's proposing 10.
So it's one variance.
One variance.
But it's no closer than the existing porch, so.
Right. There's no exacerbation of the footprint.
It's a pre-existing nonconformity at this point. Okay.
I want to open this application up to the public. Anyone wish to speak on this application, 50 Bamehurst Avenue? Anyone wish to speak on this application, 50 Bamehurst Avenue? Not, I need a motion to close the public portion.
So moved. Second?
Public portion is closed. What's the board's pleasure regarding this application at 50 Bamehurst Avenue?
Real quick question for the lawyer, I guess, or even for Jay. We understand what they're doing now, I guess, from those plans and.
I have the plans,
No
and
other
I'm gonna
issues?
reference that in the
Right.
resolution.
Okay. I'd make a motion that we approve the application.
Second?
Roll call?
Mr. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski?
Yes?
Mr. Kreismer?
Yes.
Ms. Cataldo?
Yes.
Mr. Corrigan?
Yes.
Mr. Henry?
Yes.
Okay, your application's been approved. It will be memorialized at our next meeting on December the 13th. You do not have to be present at that meeting. After that date, you can go to the construction office and pick up the necessary paperwork in order to start your project.
All right, thank you, sir.
I got a few of them.
Okay, we have the resolutions. It's application 17-27, William Buckler, 46 Evelyn Terrace. It's the board's pleasure in reference to this application.
Make a motion, we approve the resolution.
Second?
Roll call?
Mr. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski?
Yes.
Mr. Kreismer?
Yes.
Ms. Cataldo?
Yes.
Mr. Corrigan?
Yes.
Mr. Henry?
Yes.
Okay.
The next application is 17-28, Edward Goldman, 19 Felix Terrace. What is the board's recommendation on this application?
Make a motion, we approve the resolution.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski?
Yes.
Mr. Kreismer?
Yes.
Ms. Cataldo?
Yes.
Mr. Corrigan?
Yes.
Mr. Henry?
Yes.
The next application is 17-30. I'll never be able to pronounce
Powell Pietrowski.
this. Okay. 16 Marshall Place. What's the pleasure of the board in reference to this application?
Make a motion to approve the resolution.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski?
Yes.
Mr. Kreismer?
Yes.
Ms. Cataldo?
Yes.
Mr. Corrigan?
Yes.
Mr. Henry?
Yes.
Application 17-32, Derek Fiducia, 113 Main Street. What's the board's pleasure in reference to this application?
Make a motion to approve the resolution.
Second.
Roll
Miss-
call?
Mr. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski?
Yes.
Mr. Kreismer?
Yes.
Ms. Cataldo?
Yes.
Mr. Corrigan?
Yes.
Mr. Henry?
Yes.
Application 17-31, Armando Vargas Jr., 29 Marshall Place. What's the pleasure of this board in reference to this application?
Make a motion to approve the resolution.
Second it.
Roll call?
Mr. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Kaczynski?
Yes.
Mr. Kreismer?
Yes.
Ms. Cataldo?
Yes.
Mr. Corrigan?
Yes.
Mr. Henry?
Yes.
That's it.
What about Fisher Street?
What's that?
Fisher Street.
You know what, we'll have to do that next meeting, yeah, we'll do Fisher Street next meeting, I just finished it, I have to send it to Mr. Pressler, so.
Okay. Has everyone had the opportunity to look over the minutes of our last meeting of November the 8th, 2017?
In October 25th.
I didn't find any meetings on November 8th.
I need this.
Both of them, the 25th of October and the 8th.
I only have November's.
To you last, but you didn't do it.
What's the date?
The October 25th.
Weren't they ready for the last meeting?
Yeah.
All right, so let's, yeah, that's fine, so we can move them both.
Okay, and the other one is the minutes of October
25th.
25th. Has everyone had the opportunity to look over those minutes? If so, what is the pleasure of this board in reference to the minutes of both meetings?
Make a motion to accept.
Second.
Okay. Need roll call now? Okay. Any other business before this board? Not, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Meeting's adjourned.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
And to you as well. And everybody.
The next meeting is December
13th.
December 13th. 2 weeks from now, all right? Oh, 3.
Great.
Don't scare me like that.
Because shut
It's
the
2.
TV
Usually
off.
it's 2, but this year,
Yeah, whoever wants to, if you want to just keep
I'll
it.
wait till she shuts this.
Yeah, you know what, I don't, you don't have a quorum.
Did you get copies of the 3 letters? All the articles?
Yeah, the articles.
Yeah.
Plus, I think she emailed.
Did you get the insurance on that too?
Yes,
I got this.
I got everything on it. I can't take